And so, what I soon realized was that just by switching to plain water, my goals started to be achieved. I was, not only losing the weight, but also clearing up my skin, and overall my energy levels were higher. But until I really started slicing up fruit and putting them in water, no idea how to develop the product. I, was sort of saying, yeah, all water should have fruit in it and it shouldn't have preservatives in it, but I didn't really know how to do that. And how to distribute. I, obviously knew about the large soda companies, but didn't really understand sort of the power that they had of what consumers ultimately, have access to buy on the shelf and all of those type of things. So, 14 years later, we're now the largest independent non-alcoholic beverage company in the country that doesn't have a relationship with Coke, Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper Snapple. So that is the story of Hint. And as I mentioned, we've branched out into really, as somebody said to me, taking on additional categories in personal care, the sunscreen industry, as well as soon to be the deodorant industry, which, again, I think a lot of people just haven't thought about in terms of, for example, the number of people I've run into who have said, I really like the idea of natural deodorant and not wearing antiperspirant, but they don't really know why they should be doing that, or they aren't really excited about the experience. So we've created a product that doesn't have any class 1 allergens in it, because it is a class 1 allergen. So they don't want to, start to use that, and they're just not excited with the experience. So they go back to wearing something that is, not really what they want to be wearing anyway. So we think we are, really tackling industries, again, not just to help consumers get healthy, but also show large companies that you can do better. And, and will help you get the consumer to where you need them to be. But, your part in this equation is that you can't just say, it's too hard for us to go develop a product because we have so many products to reformulate on. I mean, that to me is just like a cop-out. That's not really focused on health like our company is doing.
I love that, because you are literally disrupting the traditional path. Now, tell me a little bit more about what you're most excited about in relation to being able to disrupt. It sounds like you have a new line of products. So tell me a little bit more about what you're most excited about that in relation to disrupting it.
I'm super excited about helping consumers get healthy in lots of different categories, and like I said, I mean, not just about what goes inside the body, but also what goes on your skin and what goes under your arms, and I think like that for me is super exciting. We're also working on a huge initiative that we're hoping to launch in Washington next spring around clean water. So, we've been dealing with water for 14 years now. And sadly, what a lot of people don't know is that the water supply is actually not getting cleaner in the U.S. It's actually getting dirtier. And so, what I've realized is that, we put our product, because we have fruit in the product, we're actually regulated, unlike a lot of these plain bottled water companies that are out there. And so we put our product through reverse osmosis to actually get a lot of the stuff out. And what stuff am I talking about? I mean, there's a movie that's out right now that talks a little bit about this, that is talking about it's called Dark Waters is the name of the movie, but it's talking about one chemical that's out there called PFAS, which is, really tough to get out. There's, copper, there's arsenic, there's lead in the water supply. And so by using reverse osmosis, Hint has been able to get all of these things out, but there's a lot of bottled water companies that actually don't put their product through any, any procedure like that at all. They may use just a filtration system, which is not actually going to take out a lot of these things. And so, again, through this process of actually creating our own product, I thought, this is really crazy, for example, that only 24 states in the U.S. today test for lead. And that's just one ingredient, but it's 24 out of 50 actually test for lead at all. And so the other 26 states are it's like, free form, like do whatever you want. And so we've seen issues in Flint. A lot of people have heard about the issues that are going on in Newark, but it's way bigger than